I hereby appoint my associate of many years, Mr. Abbott, as my successor.
Prime Minister, I am deeply honoured, but all of this has convinced me that my political future lies on a different stage.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
So that is why my first act as Prime Minister will be to resign and to appoint myself as Minister for Religious Protection. My second act will be to appoint Mr. Dutton as Prime Minister.
I knew my confidence in you was not mistaken. Good work. Bravo, old chap.
Of course, this takes me quite by surprise, but for a man versed in the use of disenchantment, disloyalty and disgrace, an Australian government presents no real problems. Once I have the government on a proper rival against rival basis, I should be able to run it easily.
Prime Minister, what will happen to power and lack of policy when men like you are gone? The Australian government needs your Prime Minister.
Do not worry yourself with power and lack of policy, Senator. They have existed for centuries, generally in spite of and not because of individuals. Australian government will once again have good and bad Prime Ministers, but quacks cannot discredit medicine any more than false prophets can destroy vaccination. Australian government occasionally uses its way, but it invariably wins the battle for mediocrity. And so I bid you all farewell and wish you all the luck you so clearly deserve.
My dear colleagues, we will strive to maintain those high standards to which my distinguished, though not immediate predecessor, dedicated his life.
Mr. Prime Minister, allow me to be the first to offer you my unqualified support. I will be content with whatever role you have in store for me, and I'm sure you will find my political experience invaluable.
However, from this moment on, I shall tolerate no infractions of the business-like conduct. Nobody took Mr. Morrison's repeated threats of retirement seriously, but let me put out that, should I retire, my backing will accompany me, and where will you be then?
Prime Minister, I always knew you knew your politics, but may I just say that this lefty has no place in our government.
Prime Minister, I agree with Mr. Abbott. I'm quite prepared to take a backbench role and shall be content as long as my policies are implemented by you, Prime Minister.
I assume no one would dream of asking me to think logically. However, I am perfectly willing to whip up hatred and division, perhaps as a new role as Chief Canto Wrangler.
It is truly inspiring how putting an Australian government on a mostly policy-free basis harmonises the most discordant conflict.
Let us toast the indispensable man, the Prime Minister, whoever he or she may be.
Past,
Present,
And future.
The Prime Minister!
every politician strives for glory and that extra bonus smile. On the board, for applause in boxing greets us all. It is still the same old story, countless true before the
Politicians fall, politics will dwell.